Welcome back to The Forge. We're in this last group of the 6th 18. And we're rolling with the themes that were presented to us in 6:16, which were the unfolding evolutionary process and also the hidden things that will be revealed to you. Now, we'll continue with 6:17, which has two sections. It's also connected to 1.2 and it's connected to 1:17. Individually, it has a theme which is the realization of what you truly are. And it pulls the themes from the previous sayings and then it presents it in a new way to us. So let's read those four sayings out and then we'll explore from there. 6:17a. Heaven and earth will roll up in your presence, but whoever lives within the living one will not see death. 6:17b. They said to him, on what day will the kingdom come? And Jesus said, it will not come through looking and waiting for it. They will not say, look here or look there for it. But the kingdom of the Father is spread out upon the earth and people do not see it. 1.2. If those who lead you say to you, behold, the kingdom is in the sky, then the birds of the sky will get there before you. If they say to you, it is in the sea, then the fish will enter before you. Rather, the kingdom is inside you and outside you. When you come to know yourselves, then you will be known, and you will realize that you are children of the living Father. But if you do not know yourselves, then you will dwell in poverty, and you are that poverty. 1:17. They said to him, tell us how our end will be. And Jesus said, have you discovered the beginning that you seek after the end? For where the beginning is, the end will also be. Blessed is the one who will take their place in the beginning, for they will know the end and not experience death. The realization of what you truly are is what sets you free. 6:17a. It tells us, heaven and earth will roll up in your presence. Heaven and earth, the physical and the non-physical dimensions, will roll up in your presence. Presence is here and now. That is where that state of consciousness is in this present moment. That's where you discover it. Whoever lives within the living one will not see death. Whoever lives means the physical person who lives within the living one, that state of consciousness, the living spirit and the consciousness that you are immersed in. What an incredible saying that is. The way to be in that state of consciousness, of knowing yourself as an undivided being, is in the now. It's being right here, present. That rolls us into 6:17. On what day will the kingdom come? And Jesus says, it won't come through looking or waiting for it. They will not say to you, look here for it or there. But the kingdom of the living Father is spread out upon the world and people do not see it. That links us back into that, what you can't see or hear or feel, what has not occurred in anyone's minds. It is that reinforcement that what we are looking for is right here, right now, in this present moment. And you can't go out into the physical world and look for it. That rolls us into the link back to 1.2 and 117, because we explored those two when we looked at the first 18. And it is 1.2 that says, behold, the kingdom is in the sky, or it's in the sea. And we're told you can't go looking outside of yourself. You can't look in the sky. You can't look underneath the sea. It is inside you and outside of you. You are immersed in that state of consciousness. Why can't you see that? It is because of the programming of the familiar self. It has been immersed in the world system and resonates with everything in the physical world. That is why the non-physical can't be seen. Now that you have been moving all of your fears and phobias and beliefs and patterns and programs out of the way, you have this opportunity to reprogram your perception and retune your senses so that you can move in to that state of consciousness. It's an extraordinary thing that is happening. And the saying says, when that happens, you realize that you are children of the living Father. You realize that you are living spirits that have come from a living consciousness. You have been created as part of the feedback system so that the living consciousness can experience itself. I am. What am I? It is discovering itself through its creations. You are one of its creations. It is experiencing itself through its interactions in the physical world. When you realize what you are, you realize that you are from that original source. And 117 highlights that. It reinforces that. It tells us when you discover the beginning, you will find the end. You will find that actually there is no beginning and the end. It's part of this continuity. It's part of that cycle of creation and destruction. There is no true beginning and end. This astonishing ending to the Gospel of Thomas. And I say ending because this is where the training manual finishes. It finishes at 6:17 because 6:18 is a standalone saying which we will look at all by itself. So far, we have this unfolding evolutionary process. We have the hidden things that are being revealed to us. And we have a recap on the realization of what you are, not who you are, the what you are. And the being that you are and where you were created and what you're connected to. It is an astonishing realization. So we will leave those two as they are, but we will bring those themes over into the 6th 18, and we'll look at that as a standalone saying in a moment.